Well, this could be a very sad day, boys. 3, 2, 1, go! If you've been with my channel long enough, you know I've had this bike for a long time. Because I had this bike as my car for years, it's really high mileage. What else was high mileage? My R1 was high mileage. If you've been around long enough to see my R1, that son of a gun, after multiple issues, threw a rod at 70 miles an hour and damn near killed me. Right now, there is no longer going to be a CBR 600RR. Going forward, Honda's no longer making this bike. Because of that, the price of these bikes has gone way up. Pass the torch of the CBR onto someone else, get something that I can actually ride to Dallas. I'm on my way down to Motivation USA Accessories, and they sell a whole bunch of like real high-end bike parts. I don't know why I never heard of these guys before. Maybe because I've never had a non-Japanese bike before. But yeah, they got some really cool shit. So I'm gonna go hang out with them for a minute and see what they've got as far as exhaust, so this thing will stop sounding like a queef. While I'm on my way down there, I'd like to go ahead and give you guys a reason why I got this bike. Because the video that I last shot on a CBR is hosed. I've been having issues left and right with this GoPro, mainly the audio port, so this might not even be working. I don't know. It's bothering the crap out of me. I've got like 1,000 videos recorded on this GoPro, so it's about time for it to croak. That CBR, I love that bike. I still love that bike. I miss that bike, and there will never really be anything that could actually fully replace that bike. I put a ton of miles in that thing, and it was only a matter of time before it started having issues. It was actually showing signs of impending issues to start happening. I mean, it's a good bike. It just, whoever has it next is going to have some maintenance to do, and they're going to have to keep up on it. But it's a good bike. It's a Honda. It's not going to have too many issues, but I learned my lesson with the R1. I don't want any more issues. I want a bike that I can always rely on and ride, and I need something that I can also take long distance. I had planned to take that CBR to Dallas, but the nerves got the best of me for A, not being as totally comfortable, and B, who knows if it might have an issue halfway there. What am I going to do then? It's going to cost me a ton of money. So I'd always take my truck, which also cost me a ton of money, and I'm putting a ton of miles on that thing. So I needed something a little more balanced and in the middle. So I also want something I can still take on the track and still do like highway runs and not hate myself for getting in a couple months when I'm not doing long distance. I did a ton of research, and my buddy Dave was telling me about the street triple and the speed triple. And I'm like, yeah, well, I've always heard good things. Let's give them a try. So went ahead, gave it a try, and it was a good call. I really liked the bike. It was cost-wise made sense. It was like maintenance-wise, everything else, everything kind of falls in line with this bike as a good, I wouldn't even say compromise, because it definitely does everything I need it to, and it does it well. This bike is really comfortable, and this mic is in my nose. My God, is it in my nose. But I shouldn't be on the freeway with this thing, because it's still in the break-in period. I've got 120 miles on it now, which has never had a bike with that low miles on it. A vehicle with that low miles. It's my first brand new vehicle ever in my life. I've never bought anything brand new. So, another first for me. Now I can go on a trip with this bike, and it would make sense. I can do it. And that would make some for really good content for you guys, so everybody wins. And you know, it's not a horrible bike, and I'm gonna mod the heck out of the thing, hopefully. I know some people are gonna be real upset that I got rid of the Super Sport. That's okay, you're allowed to your opinion, and I agree with you. I love that bike. Oh, and if I had the opportunity and I had the money and the free cash to get it, I would. I'd totally buy another one in a heartbeat. But the fact is, that was the most valuable that bike would ever be, ever again. Because they discontinued the 600s through Honda, Where Honda discontinued the CBR 600s, the price went up on those. And a price going up on a bike almost 10 years old is never going to happen again. So it was time. It was time. I had to make the adult decision and let her go. So someone will have a great time with that bike. If you're the one who bought the bike and you're seeing this video now, let me know. Let's go ride. I would love to ride on that bike with you, and I have a whole sack full of extra parts for you. So instead of looking back, let's look forward on like everything I gotta do in my life is looking forward now. And I would like to first of all get over into that lane. Damn, look at the little dig on that. Oh, wait a minute, I have a lifted truck. That is not something I should say. Now everybody knows, it is no secret, some like I don't know, 5% of the populace will think that the headlight on this bike looks good, but straight up, ugliest headlight I've ever seen in my entire life. Other than that weird ass Kawasaki that someone melted with a magnifying glass. I don't even know what the hell's up with that thing. But this headlight is atrocious, and it has such potential, and they did it well that it's really easy to remove these things. I'm thinking I'm going to take that dash assembly and move it up closer because it's all so far away and it needs to be attached to the handlebars. Those headlights are going to be a thing of the past. They got to go. And what would be really awesome is to actually replace those with LED bars. Make this thing look more like a stunt bike. I do like this fender. This is part of the X model. You get that front fender, which, believe it or not, makes a difference. But man, will this thing look a badass when it looks like a freaking stunt bike. I will make one complaint about this bike, and that is getting it into first gear from neutral requires the Incredible Hulk to stomp on this freaking shifter to get it into gear. I do not know why, but every single one of these street and speed triple I tested had that same. So like, I just slammed the hell out of it, and it still says I'm a neutral. Okay, now it says first. The hell, I don't know what's up with that. I think it's a braking thing. But don't get stuck with your pants down at a light with one of these things. You'll be sitting there trying to stomp it in the first. Everyone's honking at you. Triumph made it really easy to eliminate the fender on this thing. It was kind of like designed with the intention that people are going to remove it. Bravo to them, but it's like 3 bolts and 1 plug and that plate is off. So I'm thinking, instead of getting like an eliminator kit, because in this great country of Texas, turn signals are optional. I don't have to have those. I'm going to probably just delete them, put the license plate light in, and make my own custom bracket that gets around the toll roads like the CBR did. Alright, I gotta find my turn. I don't know. I have this memorized because I hate using GPS because it kills my phone battery in 0.8 seconds. Alright, let's see what they got. Okay, I don't know how I didn't know about that place. Motivation USA. They're mostly online, probably why I didn't hear about them, but okay, they got some cool shit and there's some cool people in there. I did pick up exhaust. It is not on yet, but I'm very excited to finally have something on here that'll sound legit. You guys better get excited too, because this thing is going to sound boss with this exhaust. I'm not going to tell you exactly which one yet, but it is an SC Project Italian exhaust. I wonder how many miles I can go when the gas light comes on. I guess we're going to find out today, aren't we? Well, no we're not, because there's a gas station right here. We good. We good.
Take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants, and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.